Today we'll study the chapter, the topic origin of life, and under chapter evolution for class 12th. And here you will study the evidences for evolution. So evolution has taken place, but we see the evidences of evolution under this session. Evidences of evolution we will study here. So different evidences are available to show that evolution has taken place. So with the help of evidences, examples, we will see the process of evolution. Number one, the evidence for the evolution is under which we can study the comparative anatomy. The anatomy of the organs, they shed a light on the process of evolution. So you can see here the homologous organs, structures of different animals, they shed a light on the evolution has taken place. Evolution is a process that takes a long time, takes millions of years. So we can understand it with the help of some evidences like comparative anatomy. We can study showing the homologous structures in different animals. So you can see here the basic structure of these organs. See here the basic structure means anatomy of these animals: penguin, alligator, bat and human. The four limbs, they are showing the similarity in the structure, internal structure of the organs, and they are called homologous structures, which are similar in structure but perform different functions. So these structures are called homologous structures. So here you can see the two figures: structure due to inheritance and the similarity due to other factors. Now, under the comparative anatomy, we will study similarities in the basic. So the similarities in the basic pattern of the anatomy with the evidence of inheritance from a common ancestor. So this shows the common ancestry. Here number one is homologous structure. Second, you will study analogous structure and vestigial organs. They are vestigial structures. So under this, we study under comparative anatomy, we will study these structures in detail. These structures are homologous structures, like four limbs in different animals like whale, frog, horse, lion, human, bat and birds. Whales, frog, horse, lion, human, bat and birds, they are having the basic structure similar. You can see the bones which are shown in these organs, they are similar. So body parts of different species with similar structure but different function, they are called homologous structures. The structure which are different in the different species, but they are similar but different in function. So structure is similar but function is different. They are called homologous structures. Evidence of close evolutionary relationship. So this is the relationship which is showing evolutionary relationship, as these are having common structures and so that common ancestors, recent common ancestors. Here homologous structures they are shown. Human, the bone, humerus, and radioulna, two bones are there, and then phalanges and other bones here. And here also these bones they are showing common structures. Here also showing common formation. Here also showing common structure and formation. So they are showing the common ancestry and shows the evolution has taken place, and that's why they are having some common structures having different functions. See here also the analogous structures are there where they are different in structure but performing similar functions. They are called analogous structures. Body parts of different species with similar function but different structures. They are not related evolutionary, still they are having some structures which are common in function. Australian squirrel and North American chimpanzee they are similar in appearance, and this is the example of analogous structures. They are showing some structure, they are similar in function but different in structure. Compare anatomy. Though this marsupial and placental mammal, this is marsupial and this is placental mammal, look very similar, they are distantly related. Their methods of gestation and birth are analogous. So birth and gestation they are having the common, so their functions are common but having basic structure different. Here analogous organs, see here the colored bones are homologous. The thin membrane of the insect's wing is analogous to feather and leathery flesh. So you can see the bones they are showing the homologous structures, but you see the wings. So wings in insect, wings in bat, and in other flippers in bat, whale, and these are the feathers in birds, and this is the structure of bat wing. So they are having wings to fly. So the function of these structures is to fly, but structure of these organs is different. So the function is common, but structure is different. So they are called analogous structures. Here also the example of complete anatomy. The vestigial structures, the structures of little or no use, those are still found in our body. They are called vestigial structures. So many vestigial structures we are still having. They are very little use or no use, but they are present in the body. They are called vestigial. These are the remnants of structures in an ancestral species that had a use for them. As in ancient time, they will be using them, but now they are useless or very little use. So these structures are called vestigial structures or vestigial organs. Like here, human no longer has an inner eyelid, a structure similar to the bun of bun on cats, but it is still have the remnants of bun. Don't worry. Here you can see not hunting the cat, but here some structures we are having. Those are common, but those are not common, but they are present but not in use now. You can see Pilica semilinaris, the structure is present here. It is not in use now, but it is present. So these structures, they are called vestigial structures. They are still, we are having them, but no use. But in the past, may be possible that we will be using them. Or maybe our ancestors, they will be using them, but now they are not in use. The structures are called vestigial structures. Here some vestigial structures on human, they are shown here. You can see like ear muscles, tonsils, male nipples, coccyx, body hair, appendix, wisdom teeth, pilica, semilinaris, here Darwin's point on ear. So many structures still we are having. Those are not in use, but they are present. It is showing that our ancestors, in our ancestors, they will be useful, but now because we are not using them, or we are not using, or they are not functional, so now they are called vestigial organs. So vestigial structures, here you can see some whale fossils have hind legs, hind leg bones. They are not in function. This is also vestigial structure in whale. Vestigial structure in fish, you can see the cavefish on the right is blind, but they are having eye spots. It is having eyes, that is vestigial, not its function. Charles Darwin concept is there on his journey around the world. Darwin found evidences of gradual change or evolution. Darwin cited evidence he found in fossil records, geographic distribution, and homologous structures. He described about the evolution on his research made on different organisms like Darwin finches, The best example for evolution according to Darwin, their comparative anatomy, you can see here the similar structures but having different functions. Examples are given. These are the homologous structures. Vestige structures. Organs were reduced in the size and they are not functioning. Remnants of similar organ in other species. So they are called vestigial organs. Embryological comparison of species. Embryos of different species may appear similar in early stage of development. After that, they develop into different type of species and animals, but earlier in the embryonic stage, they look similar. So it shows that somewhere we have common ancestors. We are repeating our life stages. That's why the embryo they are similar in the initial stage. So in vertebrate development, the embryonic stages are similar in many of the animals. Similarity in embryo you can see here. This shows the common ancestry.